Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be attempting to do this quickfire assumptions tag that I have seen going around. This was created by Byron, so I'll leave down below his channel and his video as well, because I think this is a really good idea. So basically, if you haven't seen these videos, but I'm sure you have because they've literally been everywhere on YouTube, you've got 10 minutes to just answer as many assumptions as you can, quick fire. So I did ask on Instagram if you had any that you wanted to send in, and I think I also got a couple on YouTube because I just did put a post up just to see what I could kind of get. So yeah, I'm gonna get them up on my iPad as my phone's on charge, then set the timer, and I'm just gonna really answer as many as I can in 10 minutes. So if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe. Okay, so from now on it's going to be unedited, so I would like to apologise for my hay fever, which is making me a little bit nasally, but I've got a 10-minute timer up, so hopefully you'll be able to hear it when it goes off. But I'm gonna get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so the first one is, you're very family orientated and enjoy spending time with loved ones. I would say this is true. I really enjoy spending time with my family, but also my friends. I really value spending time with my friends. It's probably like one of my favourite things to do. You struggle to find ideas or motivation for YouTube videos. I think this is partly true. I think this has become more true since about March, when lockdown started, because I had planned out so many videos because obviously I was approaching exam season and these are my A-level exams, and this is kind of what my channel has been focused on for the past like 18 months or so, me showing from my transition from GCSEs to A-levels, and I then had plans ready for university videos. So obviously I knew there would be loads of study with me's coming. I could be able to vlog my exam weeks, all this kind of content that I was ready to make, do questions and all this. And then obviously none of it's happened, and since then I've just really not known what to do with this channel, because also it's not like I can go out somewhere and vlog my days because there is nothing to really show. So yeah, I guess I have kind of lost that motivation for YouTube, and I think also partly that's because my videos were getting thousands and thousands of views, and I know that's not everything, but it means that people obviously clicking on the video and people are enjoying it and things like that. And now they're getting hundreds, and I think just seeing that drop, and there was also quite a big drop in subscribers, and I understand that because people finish their A-levels, they finish their GCSEs, and they feel like maybe they don't need my channel anymore. But yeah, that was kind of like disheartening, and it kind of just lost, I just kind of lost my motivation. But this is meant to be quick fire. So you were sad with your GCSEs and now you didn't get into Cambridge. Are you annoyed? I wasn't sad with my GCSEs. There was just one grade, my English literature grade, that I just wasn't happy with, and I think at the time that kind of overrided all the other grades that I was very happy with. You know, like my maths grade was a 7. I was ecstatic with that. You know, getting an 8 in geography, nearly a 9, A star, and all these other things. So I guess I kind of let that override. But honestly, once I was done with the first month of A-levels, I forgot about GCSEs. And then in terms of getting into Cambridge, I wasn't upset, but the main factor for that was because I didn't have all 8s and 9s at GCSEs, which I think is a little bit unfair. But obviously it's Cambridge, they expect that kind of level from people, and looking back now, if I had chosen different GCSEs, or if I wasn't made to do certain subjects like French, if I wasn't made to do that, that could have like changed everything, because it was a subject I didn't want to do but I was forced to take, and obviously I didn't do that well in it, and I didn't really have an interest in it, to be honest. So yeah, I think the fact that I didn't get into Cambridge was primarily based on my GCSE grades, and it was the same for my friend as well. We applied for the same college, and you know, both of us have predicted A stars at A level, and the fact that they just looked at your GCSEs was kind of a bit disheartening again. So I'm not like annoyed, but I wish I'd known that before I applied. But looking back at it now, I'm not sure how well I would have fitted in there and if I would have really enjoyed it. You regret going to university. I haven't gone yet, so I can't tell you if I regret it, but I hope I don't. You're clever. I would say if you went and looked at my grades, you'd obviously think that. There are times where I come out with things and you think, how, you know, how does this grade match what you're just saying? Yeah, so I guess I've just worked very hard and really pushed myself to achieve academically clever grades. You apply to Cambridge out of pressure from other people. Not really. I mean, so at my college, how it worked was in March you had to choose kind of what tutor group you wanted to go into, and I wasn't really interested in applying to Cambridge just because I thought I wouldn't get in, and I also wasn't really aware of the courses that were available for what I wanted to study. I knew I wanted to do criminology. For a long time I wanted to do media before that, so obviously that was a write-off. Then I wanted to do criminology, and I wasn't aware that Cambridge had actually introduced that, and it wasn't until I think I got my exam results in June, and then people were getting emails from like the Oxbridge department at college saying you should apply, and I didn't get one. But then my tutor sat down with me and he said, I think you should really think about it and go for it. And so I got moved into this tutor group in July. Literally got moved in, literally met the like new tutor, went to the Cambridge open day, and then over the summer we had to apply and do all this reading and stuff. So I wouldn't say I was pressured into it, but it was kind of like suggested that I should do it. And to be honest, it was just a good experience just to see how that all works. I got a lot of these saying you've always been academic, you're very smart, you've always been in the top set. That is true. I think I've always been in a top set, other than when I transitioned. Well, I was doing triple science at GCSE, and then I decided I didn't want to do science for A-level and would rather come out with 2 really good grades than 3 average grades. So I got moved into the combined science, but that was still like a top set. So I guess, yeah, I've always been in the top set for any subject that's kind of been setted, even PE, which I find funny because at one point I was very sporty and then another I wasn't. You earn a lot of money. No, that ain't true. I mean, I hardly get anything off YouTube, maybe £10–15 a month if we're lucky from the AdSense revenue, and I don't have a job anymore. Haven't had one since September, so no, I don't really earn a lot of money at all. You're looking forward to uni. Yeah, I am actually. I'm looking forward to being able to like live on my own, learn how to cook, being a bit more independent, but also just to like finally specialise in what I want to study. And you know, obviously even with A-levels, that kind of showed me that you can really choose what you want to study and it'll be things you enjoy, and then uni is just like furthering that passion and interest. You don't know what you want to do after uni. This is half true, half not. I think at one point I said that I wanted to become a detective and go into the police. I'm still kind of like debating that now, but basically the end goal is to do something where I can work and help other people. I've also thought about going into something like the Home Office or the National Crime Agency, something research based. I like to be busy, but I also just don't want a normal office job. I don't want to be sat down all the time at a desk. So yeah, I think I will figure that out as uni goes on and they present you with career opportunities and things like that. You were never going to get into Cambridge because you take soft A levels such as media. This really bugs me when people use the term soft A levels, because I just want to put it out there. Yes, I know something like maths or biology is harder, but I don't think people realise how much work you actually have to put into creative subjects or art subjects like media, like English literature, all that kind of stuff, because that is so much harder actually and so much more pressure put on those subjects than, you know, something that like biology and that doesn't have coursework, whereas these art subjects do, and it's 10 times harder to do well in them as well, because it's all very much opinion based rather than fact based when it comes to marking. No, I even emailed someone at Cambridge before I even applied saying, will this affect my application? And they said no. They said obviously it's not like a STEM subject or it's not a facilitating subject, but it wouldn't rule me out. They wouldn't just decline me straight off that A level. So I think if you are applying and you're worried about that, like, just don't, because at the end of the day I had 2 very academic based A levels anyway, and I think it was good to show that I had some variety and I actually wasn't just someone who had very stereotypical A levels. Your YouTube is failing. I don't like the term failing, but I would say it has declined, and I don't have an explanation as to why. It is something I have thought about and tried to find out why, but I don't know, people just change, I guess. People change on YouTube, and I guess I also don't upload probably as frequently as a lot of other people. you see YouTube as time consuming as you don't get as many views as you'd like. I wouldn't say it's time consuming, but I would say sometimes, like the personal statement video I did, I actually spent like, I'd say 10 hours trying to edit that all together, get all the people's videos in, you know, the animation that took me absolutely ages, and then for it not to do as well as expected. And you see other people's videos who've produced just a basic personal statement video not doing way better than yours. It's a little bit upsetting, but you know, something like that will hopefully pick up views over time. You've earned more than 5k on a brand deal. No, it's been close, but it's not 5k. If you didn't do the A levels you did now, you would take at least one maths and one science. No, I wouldn't take a science at all because I had no interest in science. I did think about maths for a long time, but you know, I just wasn't that passionate about it enough, I think, to study it for a whole another 2 years. I would probably reconsider changing media to something else, just because, you know, as much as I enjoyed it, I just didn't, it wasn't exactly what I expected, and I think that I could have done something else, and I don't know, but obviously can't do that now. You'd like to have 4 children when you're older? No. You're an introvert? Yes and no. I think it just depends who I'm around and what I'm doing. You were popular at school? I wasn't like in the massive group that was classed as popular, but also wasn't like I was a friend with pretty much everyone in that thing, so I feel like I was just someone who had a lot of friends from a lot of different groups of people. And that's the timer. Cool. I hope you've enjoyed this video and got everything answered. If you do have any more assumptions about me you want me to answer, leave them down below. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, leave it a thumbs up. If you are new, subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.
Missing someone.